All right, kindergartners, today, pencil eraser, book, and you also need your counters. So go ahead and get those three things together. Pause the video if you need to get them, and then we'll get started. So boys and girls, today we are working on lesson 3.3, and it is model and count 7. Again, not a very tricky thing. It says, first of all, to model 6 objects. So you can choose what to model. I've often modeled really quick things. You don't necessarily have to do that. So today I'm going to model things that are a little bit more detailed just to show you. We're not going to take a very long time drawing these things. But if you want to do a little bit more drawing, you may. It doesn't just have to be something super fast like stars or circles or triangles. All right, so I'm doing 6 flowers here. So I'm just gonna go around here with my 6 flowers. You can see I've done 6 stems. And now I'm adding in my flower tops, but you guys can be drawing different things. You can draw kitty cats, you can draw bubble gum, you can draw books. I don't know, maybe you had Cheerios for breakfast. You can draw 6 Cheerios. Now, after we model these 6 things, it says to model one more, to show one more. So you can see I'm doing mine like in a 10 frame. I just like to do that. It helps me to keep everything organized. I've done my 6. And then it says draw one more. And how many are there? Well, I would guess you guys know how many there are here, right? You know that there are 7, obviously. But it also says tell a friend how you know. So how would you explain that? You could just say, well, I just know, but that doesn't really explain it very well, does it? So to actually explain it, we might say something like, well, there's 6 and one more, and I know that one more than 6 is the number 7. So boys and girls, go ahead and turn over to another page, and now you can see 7 put into 10 frames like we're used to seeing at school. 5 and 2 more. Go ahead and trace the 7. Do you see smiley face starting dot? Little line across top, big line slides down. Then here, 5 and 2 more. Do you remember? Big curve to bottom, little line across bottom. Now down here, we're going to put counters in that 10 frame to show the number 7. Now, of course, you know you're going to be starting with red counters, and you're also going to be drawing these. So you're going to get your counters in here, and you might need to pause the video to catch up with me because I'm not going to draw all of this right now. Go ahead and put them in, and then you know you need to draw those counters and color them, not black, not pencil colored, but actually go ahead and, oops, sorry, color them in with red. Next page, we've done things like this before, right? Now, because it's saying to start with yellow, we'll go ahead and start with yellow, even though our normal procedure in the classroom is to start with red. Go ahead, start with yellow. Go ahead and put them all out yellow so that you can show 7. And then now, remember how we've actually said how many there are? So how many yellows are there right now? And how many reds? Go ahead and write those numbers to show how many yellows and how many reds. Then you can make a different number. Now, I often suggest with this to just start with the last one and flip it over. Now, because then you don't get confused about which numbers you've done. So now you can count how many yellows and write that number down, and how many reds, write that number down, and then we can just keep going backwards from the end. How many yellows? You can see it's one full row. You know what one full row is. And how many reds? You can subitize that number of reds. Then boys and girls, if we're going to work backwards from the end flipping these, we don't go to flip this one. We go down here. This is the end of our row, so we're going to go flip that one. And you can write then how many yellows and how many reds. So boys and girls, on this last page, do you remember when we were looking at the picture and it said to circle the ones that the sets of 6 that you see, and it kind of had a picture of a fair or a circus. If you look at these closely, they look a little bit like carousel horses, like the ones that might be on a merry-go-round at a fair or at a playground. So we have a set of yellow horses, a set of red horses, and a set of purple horses. You're going to count the horses in each set, and if there are 7 horses, you're going to circle it. So look at this set of horses. If there are 7, circle it. Look at this set of horses. If there are 7, circle it. And look at this set of horses. If it has 7, then circle the set of horses. Down here, draw to show what you know about the number 7. So boys and girls, you can draw a set of 7. If you wish to set it up and show that I know 7 horses is this many plus this many, you can do that. You don't have to. You can just do a whole set of 7 if you want to. I'm sorry, I don't know why my camera keeps jumping around like that. But draw to show what you know about a set of 7. Kindergartners, that is your math for today.